Hey guys, welcome to the Scar Thumb Podcast. I hope you like that intro. Yeah, how's it going, Jack Silver Bishop, ex runner, JWB, already in the chat. Yeah, it is the Starship Troopers copycat game. Very fun. That was me and Nuke and Red Hawk playing some old footage when we played together. Very fun. But today we're gonna be talking about. First off, we'll start off with, this is so much fun. Pokemon Go. And I was listening to the Red Morning yesterday with Ryan and Red Hawk. And one of the things they talked about was, is it incompetence or is it evil? And I think in relationship to some of the stuff the government does. And, it's same question could be applied to this. Is it incompetence or is it evil? Well, I'll let you decide, because this is Pokemon Go. They came out with a big update. Trainers, your avatar can now look even more like you. Which is going to be funny when you see what the results are. We're excited to announce the new avatar customization options now live in Pokemon Go. So hey, you think more options? That's good, right? More options are always good. You can make new things. Make a guy look even more like you. Well, things did not work out the way people wanted it. As they went from sort of curvy, kind of attractive women to this blob, the giant arms. Let's see. So see, the male ones aren't as noticeable, but you can kind of see the curves here. These are sort of smaller ones. Oh, I love the face. The face is awful. Let me. I got so many. This is. Can I make it bigger? Surfing option. They had some like issues with the pants not showing up, which they patched. That's the first thing it patched. Oh, let's look at this. Help! I look like a lesbian. I now look help. I mean, this is looks beautiful. Oh, this is a good one. So I mean, you see like this lady, kind of attractive. Has like a little curve to the hips here. Arms look fine. As a chest, noticeable chest, and then it becomes this. I mean, look at the hip area and the pants are just the weirdest thing. Like, why did they make this look like this? I don't get it. Like, oh my god. It is so weird. It is just so bizarre how they did this. And then this is where I'm saying, like, is it evil or is it incompetence? Because this looks like women are really mad about this update. Like, they are not pleased that their avatar went from this to this. And this looks awful. And also, they removed. This is where, like, I think some of it's kind of evil. Hey, what's up, Nuke? They removed this is actually the skin color I was using, like the tan skin. If you live in Florida and you spend time outside, you're not, pasty white. But they turned that into white. This level of white. Apparently, this level of pigment just wasn't allowed. So like now it's that, and you look like I don't even know what this hip ratio is. It is hideous looking. And then this is more of it. Like, oh, now you can either be pasty white or brown. No one asked for this. Revert it. And then another example. Look at the face too. Look what they did to the face. It's awful. It is so dopey. And this is their official art. This is again their official art. They thought this looked good. These arms, these hips, I don't understand, like, the body proportions. There's just something off about it. And that's the thing, like, even with human beings, you don't need to be an artist. And this is something, you know, when I was doing art in college, like, everyone can human beings can recognize other human beings, and they know instinctively when something's wrong with a human being. That's why drawing humans are so hard. Like, you know, you can get away with like a flower or fruit or something, you know, something that isn't necessarily human. But everybody knows when something's off with a human shape, because it's just, you know, it's like in our instinct to know that. It's like kind of where like that uncanny valley thing comes from. So I got this. It's just the dopey face. Again, women, like I said, women are really unhappy. And the other thing about this is, like, there's a lot of like customization options that you pay your Poke coins, which is like their equivalent to like real life money too. So, you know, if you've earned these or paid for these, and now all of a sudden your avatar goes from the left to the right, I would be a little upset. You know, I haven't played Pokemon Go in years before they, you know, implemented a lot of the avatar stuff. And, you know, this is brand new. This update's brand new. But, you know, like the cost, the money, pay money for customization. This looks so bad. We got more to go through. I love this meme at the of these women and the Powerpuff Girls. Very appropriate. Good job, Poke Troll. Oh, this one was bad. My daughter is gonna cry tomorrow when she sees this. A lot of guys, you know, like to play with their kids. This was his poor daughter's avatar before, you know, cool looking Team Rocket, sexy looking Team Rocket lady, and then this. This is what it looks like now. Like, why'd they make me look ugly? Oh my God, look at this. Hey, good morning, Deborah. And you know what? Excuse me. You know, is this evil or is it incompetent? Because I can't imagine anyone wants to look like this. I can't imagine anyone seeing like, yeah, this is good. Like, who greenlighted this? I mean, this is a major update. This had to go through quality assurance where people said, like, hey, this is acceptable to release. Nobody said, like, you know what, let's scrap this and start over. People be okay from going from this to this. This is totally fine. And yeah. Another example. I had so much fun. I had so much fun the other day just looking at it. Like, oh yeah, tan. Oh, you wanted to be tan now. You're white now. And your hips are gone. And you've got like some like freak arms. I don't know what they did with there's something about the arms and the proportions that like they extended it too far, the body. And I don't know, this was to make the fat options look better. But there is something weird about the way it's like the torso's too big. The torso to pelvis is just too long. And it's making the arms look too long. The proportions are weird. People mention, oh, what they do to his hair. They changed the hair. Yeah, some of the male people are mad about it too. I can good looking woman. Now she looks like the face is just weird. Look at that, the dopiness of the face. The subtle addition of cankles. Oh, cankles. I didn't even notice the cankles. Oh, this is another example of it. We've seen that picture before. Why is my pelvis 30% of my body? And what is this hand? As Emily's pointing out here. Which I agree, like, why is the pelvis 30% of her body? It's very bizarre. Goodbye, Skinny Sona. This is actually nice. And, you know, there's some people that are happy that they can make their people look fat like them. And, you know, people replying to it were actually pretty nice. I don't know if I can actually see the replies. Maybe not. It's weird because they did show replies to it, but it's actually nice. Most people were saying like, yeah, they're glad that, you know, people can have fat avatars if they want. They just don't like the fact that their characters now look like this, you know, now look like this. The non-fat avatars have been destroyed. And then people show it off. They had some issues with the the pants not showing up, which is kind of bizarre. Oh, and this is hilarious. Ever seen that meme of the I forget what his name is, Tyler? Is that Tyler, the guy that the streamer where like he's bald, but he has the stuff missing out of his or like that streamer head? My headphone. What was it, Tyler? I can't remember his name. What? Yeah, it's like this. No, hold on a second. I'm gonna bring it over. There it is. That's the simulation headphone dent. Amazing. In real life, now you can have your head dented like Tyler, famous streamer. They did a really good job with it. Really good job testing all these features. Amazing. Yeah, you definitely. I mean, I've played a lot of Pokemon Go, and there's some big people playing. So I could see why they give you a fat option while playing Pokemon Go, which always seemed ironic since it's a game like kind of revolving around being active and walking, but it still seemed to attract. I guess you can't outwalk a diet, so this is actually a good, really highlights the difference. Niantic, yeah, they make a ton of money. They made a ton of money in Pokemon Go, though. They are definitely on the decline as a company. You know, Pokemon Go was their big success. They have not been able to replicate it. You know, something like Monster Hunter Now was a pretty, I think, doing okay, but it's not, you know, nothing has reached this level of success. And of course, I think they made a ton of money during COVID, but they had to lay off, you know, I don't know, it was a few months ago or a year. They had to lay off a bunch of people and cancel a bunch of projects as they sort of shrink, you know, just like every other industry. They probably expanded way too much. But look at this. Again, the proportions are insane. They just removed the hips. The torso's too long. The face looks awful. Absolutely moronic. Like, what is up with that face? ESG. This was great. I love this. There we got. I forget what her name is because I don't think I played this version. And I didn't watch that anime. Someone's got to help me. Is it Hilda? Is her name? Jeez, it's on trend. And then you have her. I love her. Oh, this is so good. And then Pokemon Go Reddit is genuinely really funny right now. Then they, you know, people are memeing. Nobody liked this update. Like, it's important to, like, nobody. And if someone did, they probably didn't admit it. Like, it is just universally hated by the fans. Now I feel better about, thanks to the update, I now feel better about my real body. I'm actually hot as fuck compared to these monsters, at least. Unfortunately, I'm still taking a break from playing it. I want my beautiful, virtually curvy body back. Don't spend money on cosmetics, but I'd be furious if I did. No one liked this update. Yeah, here it is. Like, oh, that's the face. Great looking face here. Doesn't look weird at all. And then they were very quick in patching that, by the way. They can issue patches quick. And when they want to, apparently. That's what I've seen so far. Very unfortunate place to place a zipper, I think. But anyway, this is Grum's, and this is I don't actually agree with this. Like, what's behind Pokemon Go's gender erasure? Turns out Pokemon Go solved with Switch Baby stuck and solved for Gamer X. Did this lead to changes? Gamer X. I don't actually think it did. Though, I mean, I'm not surprised I'd work with a consulting company like Gamer X. Because look at this picture. Holy smoke. They're a San Francisco based company. They're super liberal. I mean, it's not just here's the community manager. I look so cool. At least they are happy with it. Got shot her titties chopped off, full of tat. I mean, like, oof. Just, you almost feel pity when you see people like this. It's like, there's clearly something wrong, but nobody is willing to get them help, the actual help they need. Just a train wreck. But I mean, this is what, Niantic is working on their own. Kinfolk is a spatial computing experience dedicated to building digital monuments of Black, Brown, Indigenous, and LGBTQ history. So you can build virtual monuments to Frederick Douglass. I think there's actually real monuments to Frederick Douglass, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I mean, this is the kind of stuff that they develop on their own. So it's not necessarily like Gamer X. I don't think Japan greenlit this. I think Niantic is kind of independent. They just sort of license the Pokemon. I don't know if like Game Freak and and Pokemon or Nintendo, the Pokemon company, I guess, would be their international thing. But I don't know how much say they have in it, or, they just have a kind of a hands off. I mean, there has been Japanese people that have commented on it and they're not happy about how they look. They're pretty, they've been known to be savage about how they talk about fat people. This is Stilf Road. Set your gender before the new avatar system update, because apparently the new avatar system completely removes gender from the system, from the game. So you can't set it. That's another weird thing. Like, they don't have a third option. Like, oh, I want to be a boy, I want to be a girl. And I guess it also removes some of like the nice, some of the options based on that system. So now you have to if you're a male, you can't just choose from male clothing like a normal person would not want to wear a skirt. Now you have everything is there, and it just clutters it up if you're not, a freak. And also, this was another thing. Niantic acknowledges community feedback on new avatar system. So I guess they kind of responded. This is from GoHub. Recently, we published a little piece. Pokemon Go's new avatar update is unfortunately live, covering the avatar system that Niantic launched. In reaction to this article was unprecedented, with hundreds of supportive readers. We should thank the readers. What's happening in the background? While online support for our criticism is strong, we're still not sure Niantic will actually hear our feedback on problems with this feature or simply ignore the commentary. Luckily, a company representative asked for feedback, and we are pleased to say the following is now true. Niantic has asked for, collected, and acknowledged feedback given by our readers, fellow content creators, influencers, and members of the online community. A high-ranking Niantic has shared the following statement. We are sending all your feedback to the product team and the folks who worked on the avatar system. Hopefully they'll just fire the people that work on the avatar system. We're taking this seriously and really appreciate you sharing your candid personal opinions / followers' opinions. Some of the videos have already been addressed, and they fixed the not safe for work imagery in the game. Niantic has made no promises on the future course of the avatar system, nor have they made any promises about reverting it. So it's like, is this legit? Are they legit? Or are they actually just, saying this crap to please others? It's really hard to say. Like, why did they even actually think this stuff was good in the first place? Is the real mystery. Like, is it incompetence or is it evil? Or maybe a little bit of both. Maybe there's sort of evil ideologies that in the background that lead them to this level of incompetence. Niantic has made no promises on the future course of the Avatar system, so they haven't reverted it. But because we sent more than 10 key points, and they're just talking about how they're sending more of the, and then we got the community manager. Thanks for your feedback. We appreciate the critical thoughts, both good and bad. I've circulated back to the team, shutting replies off on this post for now. I guess they had enough feedback. Diversity means everything. Feedback good. Oh yeah, we love the feedback, guys. Thank you for making our thing a hideous nightmare. But that's it. That is it for the Pokemon Go Avatar. It's hilarious though, man. I'm going to lead off with some of the best ones. Oh, it's just amazing. Just amazing. Anyone thought that this was acceptable? Holy smokes.